Hey, Frontline fans, welcome back to Comic Frontline and fans. You're back with me, Mike Spider Slayer, getting ready to do that all-important comic book review so you, the fans, can make a decision on what comic books to buy. And today, guys, we're talking about issue number 2 of Steve Rogers' Captain America. Now, the first issue was very controversial as Captain America at the end of it said, "Hail Hydra." And for a lot of Captain America fans, this struck a nerve saying, how can Captain America be Hydra? This is everything against America's superhero. It was trending on Twitter, and now we finally get this follow-up issue on what's going on with Captain America. Now, here on the cover, you get to see Hail Hydra, the secret history of Steve Rogers revealed. Now, really in this issue it's more about like Kobach and what happened in right before Pleasant Hill more than really what was secret history of Captain America. At least that's what I got out of this particular issue. But anyway, this book is written by Nick Spencer, and the book is written by Jesus Sayas. Now, the artwork is pretty well done in this book. I like the coloring, pretty simple paneling in this particular issue. When you open it up, there's lots of action right from the start as we get to see the Cosmic Cube separate into little pieces. And then the book gets pretty dialogue heavy as we go along. But when you read the book, you're pretty immersed into the story because you want to figure out what's going on here. Why is Captain America Hydra? And yeah, so basically, it is a good book to look at here. So now, let me recap the story and let's talk about the story a little bit, and then I'll give you my final thoughts here on this. All right, so in this book, we wind up seeing pretty much Red Skull. He does the narration in this book. Obviously, you can see the narration boxes in there, and it's all in red. And what happens in this issue is he kind of gives you like this history lesson on the Cosmic Cube and whatnot, and how he possessed the power. And then what happened is it winds up going in Shield's hands, and then all of a sudden it separates, and a whole bunch of Shield people wind up dying. And so at this time, you wind up getting Director Hill getting involved with Dr. Selving and talking to how he should join Shield for a full-time job and this and that. And then he finds out that one of his comrades had passed away, and we find out that Kobach is a little girl. And he is shocked at this, that he realized that the universe is in disarray, and that that everything can go up in smoke. And so it's just this crazy thing. So obviously he agrees to work with Maria Hill. And the other side of things, we find out that at this time that Red Skull is absolutely bored out of his mind. He just has the brain of Professor Xavier. He has the cooking staff sitting there, just doing things that they shouldn't be doing. It's crazy. The dude doesn't know what to do with his time. He's all bored. And the next thing he winds up coming across is he comes across Kobach. And Kobach has this, I guess, this cosmic attraction to him because she remembers that he was in her possession at one time, and he couldn't believe it. The look on his eyes. He sits there and he goes, you're my cosmic cube. And the next thing you wind up seeing is he treats her like this father figure, and he comes up with this whole plan. It was his plan to begin with because he winds up manipulates Kobach, who manipulates Selving to come up with the whole Pleasant Hill idea, and it just all falls into his lap. Basically, so Kobach manipulates the doctor. The doctor says it to Maria Hill, hey, let's come up with it. She eats it out of their hand. They come up with this whole plan in place. Captain America comes in and joins the whole day. And once things fall into its place where the villains got loose. Then the real plan comes into action where he gets Captain America involved. And he sits there, and we find out that Kobek has the power to manipulate everyone's brains to make them believe that they're part of Hydra or they are Hydra. And so what they do is when you flash back into the whole Pleasant Hill thing, you wind up seeing that Kobek is the one that actually gives Steve Rogers his powers back and also changes him to Hydra at that same time. So basically, Red Skull's thinking is, I'm going to make him the pinnacle of himself. This is the best version of himself, and he's going to work for me, and he's going to go to his friends, and he's going to crush his friends, everyone that's around him. And so that's basically how the issue actually ends here. So what did I think about this book? It's a stretch. It really is. I mean, the way I had it thinking, I was like, oh my God, how is, Steve Rogers part of Hydra? But it's just it's the cosmic cube, basically, all in the end that just changes him. It's nothing really that monumental or huge. The interesting thing will be is, will the other Avengers find out that he's obviously evil? Will he, sabotage the Avengers? Will he sabotage the other heroes? That is the thing that I'm interested in. But when it comes to the whole Kobek situation, making him into Hydra, it wasn't that unbelievable. It's kind of almost predictable in many ways. And then here on Frontline Live, we actually talked about it, that's probably how he became the way that he is now, is because of Kobek. But the whole thing with her being Red Skull's like little daughter and him like caressing her and treating her like royalty and being under this plan, I was like, man, that kind of even ruins the Pleasant Hill story for me even more, because I like the idea that Hill actually came up with this idea and it backfired in her face. It feels more natural that way. When you have Red Skull intervening and using this cosmic power to manipulate the Doctor to get Maria Hill to do it, I just felt it was a stretch. And I didn't like that. It made me like Pleasant Hill even less now. But this proves that Captain America is not going to stay this way. Something's going to change. And I didn't see any real secrets that were revealed about Captain America's history here. Really, it was really about the Cosmic Cube more than anything. At least that's what I read. And if I'm wrong, please tell me in the comments below. So after reading this one, I just find it far-fetched, and it's just way out there, and it's just Marvel finding any sorts of the means to truly change Marvel and say all new, all different. And that's really what they're going for there. And I don't know. It's just weird for me. I don't even know if I can give it a real rating. It's just off. I don't know. You guys leave me in the comments below. Tell me what you give this book a rating. I might have to digest it more. It's just hard. I don't agree with the whole thing. So, again, guys, leave me those comments below. Tell me what you thought of Captain America issue number 2. And fans, as always, thank you for watching Comic Frontline. And until the next comic book review, this is Mike Splatterslayer signing off. Take care, guys. Bye.